something, tell us, please. The second day, I don't want people out.
¿Qué tal vuestro equipo? Muy bien. Quiero ver el tren. Hoy no.
No, viene y el programa.
Cada eso primero.
Vas con él, con balón, a ese ritmo, poquito a poco.
Hoy competencia.
Mucha confianza. Mucha confianza. Four, five. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah, so we're in the UK. My first ever trip over to England, and I think it's been a success, to be honest. We're finishing up now our 4-day experience with a tour around Carroll Road. We brought the boys down here last night. They got to see a live Premier League game against Manchester United, and then we're now getting to see the stadium where the Manchester United players and Norwich players were playing last night. So, unbelievable experience. Yeah, I think it's gone as well as it could have. We have to review it now, and I mean, you can always do better. But for a first hit out, I think we've done a sterling effort, and I can't thank the staff enough. From the media guys to Juan Carlos, Ryan, has been an absolute trooper. I think everyone's really dug in, and it shows kind of what this project's about. That it's not just the glitz and glamour, but we've got people that are really here for the cause and just to do the best for the players.
The best thing probably about the academy is just being able to meet different footballers from around the world and play against the big teams that you wouldn't get to in Australia.
The coaches here are absolutely amazing. They help me in everything, teach me the movements, the run, the passes, what to do and what not to do, and to be honest, I've become such a better player since I've arrived.
If I had to describe football in one word, I would choose magical. It's just a sport that I couldn't describe how much it means to me, and everything revolves around it, and it's just all I have, and it's all I'm gonna have, and it's all I want to do for the rest of my life.
I would say life, because I feel like my life moves around football, and it's just, I'm always watching football, I'm always playing football, and I just always have it on my mind.
Probably a dream, you know. God's given me the ability to play, so I'm enjoying it. I have to keep working hard, training, and I'll see where it takes me.
I play football because I love it. I just love playing. I love the game, especially Spanish football.
For me, it's my life. Yes, it's my life.
I think I have talent, but like I say, it's not enough for all players. Even if you have talent, you have to work next to training and do everything you can to be at the top level.
Basically just, if you want to make it, just go for it. Train hard, work hard, and don't give up.
Be able to adapt and change to things. Soccer is a very subjective sport, and it's all about the coach's mind and what they're trying to play, but it's really been a fantastic experience for me, and I would recommend you come try it out yourself.
Hello and welcome to Campo Municipal Rio Verde here in this Sunday night/afternoon clash. Coming up, we have the CD Almunecar U23 sides against Club de Futbol Motril. The local derby takes its next episode tonight as the two sides are lining up for kickoff. The pre-match rituals going through place. Have the teams getting their photos taken. Of course, a huge local derby coming tonight. Local rivals Motril only about a 20-minute drive down the road, so a lot at stake here tonight, especially with two teams near the top of the table vying for promotion. So as you see the teams warm up in the background, we will have the lineup graphic flash before you in just 1 second. We will take you through the entire starting 11 and the substitutes if we do have the time before we get underway here in Almunecar. So with no further ado, here are the lineups. In goal is local Spaniard Victor Portillo. Center back partnership of Jose Lozano and Aaron McKee stays consistent with Jesus Joaquin on the right, Maldonado on the left. Rafa Munoz and Mateo Vestin make up the midfield three, with debutant Josh Kahn playing on the left wing, Silvio Weston, also Cristave on the right, João up top, and Bongani in the midfield. And with that, we are underway here in Almunecar. Motril start with the ball sporting a lovely black strip, it has to be said, with gold trim. Almunecar in their classic home blues. As we look for this top of the table clash to provide the fireworks, continuing the trend today after this 5-0 CD Almunecar win at home. Early chance for Motril, but the ball goes into the hands of goalkeeper Victor Portillo. Bit of a quick start for Motril. Almunecar looking to settle. Kahn dispossessed on the far side, but illegally so. Free kick for Almunecar. Long ball from McKee, looking for João, but his first touch can only take it to a Motril player. Possession for Motril around the back. Number 15 looks to go long on this smaller dimension pitch. The long ball always comes into effect here. Header from Joaquin finds the feet of Rafa. Rafa loses out. Scrappy play on the far side. Neither side able to get possession yet in these early stages. Ball falls to the feet of Bongani. Makes his first touch away from pressure, but ultimately loses out under the challenge of two Motril players. Quick striker driving forward on the left foot. Ball looks to get switched back out to the right-hand side, but only out for an Almunecar throw-in. Again, early sparring here going on. You won't see too much in the first opening minutes. Both teams trying to really figure each other out. especially with a lot of these players knowing each other in the recent situations. Always a lot of crossovers between Almunecar and Motril players. Of course, Andrew Meza of the CDAC Seniors played there last year. But here we see Silvio Cristave breaking behind. Can he use the pace to get a shot away? Does well to round the number 24, but just loses out at the last second before he can get a goal. Heredia and Bongani both miss out as number 16 drives forward. Good tracking back by Bocani and then followed up by Zhao. But an infraction there. Looks like a pullback called on number 26, Zhao. So Motril will have a free kick. Very quick start here in Almunecar. Motril really looking to fire themselves out of the block, jump on top of this Almunecar team, who does struggle with conceding the early goal. Motril choose to possess short, keep the ball around the back. Motril continue to possess. Almunecar seem content just to sit off the ball right now, pick up the confrontation around the midfield line. As that backwards, the line starts to higher. Bit of space in between the lines for number 11. Does well to find the 10 in midfield. One touch around Bongani, but can't fool the outstretched leg of Rafa. Cristave recollects down the right-hand side, looks for Heredia. Heredia loses out with the tackle, but wins a throw-in. Number 1 Almunecar fan puts the ball back into play for us. And we're underway through number 23, Matteo Vesten. Ever-present Lozano into the feet of Rafia. Rafa on the far side does well to turn, but just spends a bit too much time on the ball. Out for a Motril throw-in near the halfway line. Throw-in over the head of Rafia in the middle. More possession for Motril as they'll look to switch sides. Heredia closes down, forces Motril back into their own half. Long switch of play over the head of Jose, but doesn't fool the retreating Joaquin. His attempt at clearance blocked away by number 8, but out for an Almunecar. So scrappy start again. Neither side really able to gain possession in the opposition's half. Motril have had the better of the play in their own half, but as soon as they look to break over that midfield line, can't really find too many to connect with. But Lozano spends too long on the ball there. Chance here for Motril. Ball cut back to the center of the box. The number 20 takes it on the left foot. The strike, and it's in. A dream start for Motril here in Almunecar as they take a 1-0 lead in the 5th minute. Nightmare start for Juan Mabullejeos and Ivan Moya's side as they suddenly find themselves 1-0 down with only a few minutes gone. So let's have another look, but I think we know the culprit of that one. A defensive mistake there from Jose Lozano. Tried to take it around the number 8, who did well to dispossess. Cuts it back to number 20, who has to say stays composed very well and lashes a shot past the unsighted Victor Portillo into the bottom right-hand corner. So can't really draw it up much worse than that for Almunecar coming out of the change room. Just seems to be slow out of the block so far. And Motril have capitalized on that early pressure and find themselves at 1-0 up very early in the match. Almunecar will have to respond here. Foul whistle for on Zhao, and we will have the first booking. So Zhao Tamburus looks like he will go into the book early. The number 26 is shown the first yellow card for the match, which has to be said with a quite cynical foul on the Motril player. Seemed to just kick him straight in the back. No real questions about that one. Even Zhao can't protest. And we are back underway with through the midfield. 16 captain looks for a long switch of play. Does well to beat of Josh Khan, but the touch does not stay in bounds. Khan does well to find the feet of Zhao. Zhao's return ball for Josh just too far. Josh had gone inside. Zhao played the ball outside. Bit of a miscommunication there. Heredia looks to press now. Can he nip him behind? Zhao, he has a chance here. Cuts inside. Taken down. Referee points to the spot. Penalty for Almunecar. So just as quickly as Motril score, all of a sudden Almunecar with a chance to get themselves on level pegging just 2 minutes after the first goal was conceded. So let's have another look at that. High pressure it was from Miguel Heredia. The keeper just a lackadaisical pass into the number 24. Heredia read it brilliantly. Forces the big touch. Zhao tries to cut inside, taken down by the number 24. Referee with no hesitation. Be Heredia on the penalties, takes it, and it's into the bottom right-hand corner. So all of a sudden, just as quick as we're down, we're back on level pegging. It's 1-1 in the 7th minute. The definition of a fast and furious start here in Almunecar, which the excitement is now building. Each side's with an early goal. So back on level pegging. Let's have another look at that penalty from Heredia. Steps up, it has to be said, never in doubt. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Just a bit of a drop of the shoulder and tucks it away. We'll get confirmation of that now up for you. We'll have confirmation of the goal scorer. Number 5, Miguel Maldonado, also known as Miguel Heredia. An Almunecar legend, of course, has been around the first team setup for many years here in Almunecar. Of course, after a few years off, back into action with the under-23 side. Always great to see him around the city. Even better to see him on the score sheet, and we are 1-1.
Number 2. It was the number 2 who got yellow.
20.
Long ball over the top. McKee has to deal with it. Lozano recollects on the far side, and a brilliant last-ditch sliding tackle clears for a corner. The number 20 looking extremely dangerous for Motril up near the top. So he'll be a player we have to watch out for, especially with his pace in behind. McKee and Lozano, not exactly the quickest players that we have on the side. So it'll be important for the out to defend against that. Corner for Motril now. Spatial marking, ball swung into the back post. Great header there from Aaron McKee. Followed up back into the area by Motril. Then hooked clear out of the ground by Jose Lozano. We will get to your comments in just 1 second, but if you are watching, please do drop us a comment and let us know where you're watching from. Anything interesting, so we can shout you out with that. We are just sorting out our pitch side microphones right now. Of course, we want to get you that sound as close to the players as possible, so we're getting those YouTube comments up now, and we only have one to get for Alberto Cuestas, Vamos Miguel, Patrick Mahomes, Así que es nuestro Alberto de Torres, delantero de Almunecar City, quien ha marcado un gol hoy en el partido de Almunecar City, quien han ganado, ¿qué era? 5-0, pienso que hoy, contra uno de los equipos en Andalucía. Así que Alberto Cuesta Torres marca un gol y después quiere mirar sus amigos y su equipo de su casa invalida. Así que Alberto Cuesta, Patrick Mahomes está mirando y comentando hoy. Muchas gracias por tu comentario y hasta mañana entreno. No, mañana es lunes, tú no vas a entrenar. Motril break back forward, the number 16 in behind for number 20. Victor off his line and recollects, but the Motril captain is down, back up onto his feet. Now seems to have recovered from that knock as we're back underway through the feet of Rafia. Rafa looks for the feet of Khan, cut out by Motril, back to the feet of Rafa. Into the feet of McKee. Scotsman looks to play Heredia in between the lines. Lovely little turn there from the defender. Springs Gustave down the right-hand side. Can he get on the end of it? He swings the ball with the right foot, cuts towards the other area. Can Miguel sort his feet out? The ball is ultimately defended away for a goal kick. Good high pressure there from Zhao, the number 26, who of course we saw go into the book early. Let's have another look at that. So there's the ball into the box from Gustave. Zhao tried the little nifty back heel flick, just didn't come off for it. Was blocked away before it goes out for a goal kick. Motril now find themselves in possession. Slow pass across sends Rafa forwards, but dealt with well by Motril, who clear out for an Almunecar throw. Another comment coming in. Okay, show watching from South Africa. So we've got some South African contingent watching today with us. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the comment. Hope to hear you on the stream more and more throughout the match today. Long ball cut out. Gustave showing his pace. Mateo steps up extremely well. Looks to send the ball long, but under pressure could not do much else other than clear out for a goal. He might have even been going for goal there, based on that wry smile on his face. I think Mateo Stessen was indeed going for goal. So Mateo finally back after a few months at home, had a few visa issues. But Mateo back after training with FCMC Senior for the majority of the first half of the season. Has finally gotten his license for the Almunecar under-23s and is immediately into the starting lineup to make his debut tonight. Long ball from Khan. He seems to be favoring an area that none of us like to favor. Hopefully Josh can shake that one off pretty quickly. And if you do stay tuned, we do have a very special guest coming up in just a few minutes. Hat-trick hero today, Hugo Vicente, looking over, wants to come on the stream. He said to me today, wants to have a few questions asked of him. Oh, now he's wagging his finger no at me. As Motril breaking behind here, looks to cut inside, but defended away well from Lozano. Repossessed by Motril near the edge of the area. There's that number 20 with a shot towards the back post. Never troubling goalkeeper Victor Portillo into his awaiting arms. They'll look to get Almunecar back underway quickly. Does so through the feet of McKee. The Scotsman drives infield, chooses to go short to the American Vestessen. Back to McKee. Chooses to go long for Heredia. Heredia does well to shield the defender. Zhao makes a step in, throw in for Almunecar. Of course, with that early yellow card, Zhao does need to be careful now, especially with some of those long balls over the top. It will be a bit of a physical match, especially on a pitch such as this. So he does have to be careful. Long ball from Vestessen into the box, easily into the hands of the keeper, never troubling. Has to be said, quite strong keeper there from Motril. God, I wish I had arms like that. Long ball from the keeper. Won brilliantly well. Lozano climbs high. Cristave recollects infield. Of course, left-footed, so he will look to cut inside and use that ever-dangerous left foot to see if he can pick a ball into the top corner, but loses out there. Possession maintained by the number 20. Great back press from number 24, Bangani. Motril drive forward, switch to play. Joaquin has to be alert here. First touch from the Motril player into the path of McKee, who clears looking for Khan. Out for an Almunecar throw-in. So the deal that we have offered Hugo Vicente is as soon as we are winning, Hugo will come on. So we need to root for another goal just as quick as we can so we can hear from that mercurial Frenchman himself. Hat-trick hero today. Never likes when I use the word mercurial to describe him, but that's the best way we can put it. Long ball from Almunecar, cleared by Motril for a throw-in. Joaquin to take on the far side. Rafa moving in the area, instead chooses to go to Heredia. Heredia, lovely little drop of the shoulder there. The ball just gets away from him, out for a Motril throw-in. So as we were saying before, local derby here, Motril is a city where you don't even really need to get on the motorway to go visit. About 20 minutes to the, let me see if I can get my geography right, if we're facing mountains, that is 20 minutes to the east of Almunecar. So local rivals, of course. A lot of the players know one another. A few of the Spanish lads have lived together, played together before. So there's always a bit of spice here. It usually starts out quite friendly, and then as the game gets more intense and the goals start flowing, usually tends to spice up a bit. So definitely stay tuned with us tonight. I'm sure there will be some fireworks, as you can see, with 2 goals in the first 7 minutes. Sign of things to come. With both defenses being breached early, it has to knock the confidence of both sides just a bit. So expect to see a bit more security in the back, especially over the course of the next 10 to 15 minutes, as the sides try to settle and find themselves in the game. Long ball over the top. The number 20 cuts inside. Bangani does well, but just catches too much of the player, concedes the foul. Free kick for Motril now. In a bit of a dangerous area. It seems the center backs are going forward, so I wouldn't at all be surprised to find this ball making its way into the box. Yeah, it looks like it will be one of the smaller fullbacks, the number 7 that you can see in your shot there. Tracks back a bit. So big free kick coming into the box. Portillo has to be attentive in goal. McKee free, organizing there. Of course, Zhao in the box, one of the biggest players we have here. There is that free kick. Headed clear first by Joaquin. Recollected by the number 3. Ball out right back to the free kick take of the number 10. Swings another dangerous ball, and this time headed clear by the great Scotsman McKee. Only as far as the number 3 once again. Rafia does well this time to win the ball back. Nice sliding tackle. 1-2 from Khan and Heredia. Cristave's in behind if Heredia can find him. Wow, what a ball that is. Miguel Heredia. Can Silvio Cristave get the touch around him? He rounds the number 7. The strike. and it's just far of the outside post. Wow, huge chance for Almunecar there to take the lead. What a ball from Miguel Heredia, sprayed out from the midfield. But the shot from Silvio Cristave under pressure just didn't catch as much of it as I think he would have liked. Let's have another look at that chance. So lovely ball from Khan there into Heredia. Does well just to deke himself away from one, then sprays a brilliant ball over the top. Cristave in on the outside, just past far post. The chance goes begging there for Almunecar, but really positive signs. First clear-cut chance since both of those goals in the first 3 minutes. So sign of things to come for Almunecar, hopefully. Switch of play from Motril, cut out well by number 12, the debutant Englishman Josh Khan. Of course, Khan was here last year, was dealing with a few injury problems, had a problem with his knee just a few weeks ago, then a few nasty blisters, left him unable to even put on boots. But Josh Khan is back now, ready to play, and I believe this is his league debut this year. Not sure if he's had a competitive match with some of the injury problems and some of the licensing problems. But Josh Khan finally back, of course, prolific goal scorer last year for the CDAC under-23 side, scoring quite a few goals for Juan Mabullejo's team in the last season. Hopefully he can pick up where he left off in May. Of course, Josh also playing in the friendly last season against Barcelona. So he got experience against some of the best in the world. Hoping to show that today on the pitch. Long throw in from Joaquin, looking for the feet of Zhao. First touch does well to take him away from pressure, but referee whistles, looks like for a foul there. Free kick from Motril. Referee saw something that we perhaps didn't see. Let's see if we can have another look at that. So there's the throw in from Joaquin. Looks to go long, much to the instruction of Juan Mabullejo's behind him. Looks like maybe bounced up and hit his arm. Bounced up and hit his outstretched right arm, which was about hidden just a bit behind his body. So that was the result of the free kick. Flick header from Motril into the hands of Victor Portillo. Portillo short to McKee. McKee finds himself in a bunch of space here. Let's see what he decides to do. Looks to go long to Zhao. Cushioned header into the feet of Heredia. Heredia looks to cut inside, but dispossessed by a combination of two Motril players. So good tactics there from Almunecar, especially with playing with a striker such as Zhao. He's about 6'5", 6'6" in height. You can put balls into him all day long. If he can win those flicked on headers, balls off his chest, really provides a good second action, a second play for the Almunecar players to really seize on that opportunity. Motril, of course, also looking to possess the ball. These two teams like to play a similar style, but on a smaller pitch, it's always difficult to keep possession of the ball with the high press capabilities, especially both teams training full-time 5 days a week. The fitness level is there. Long ball for Lozano to deal with, does well, clears off the light stanchion. Throwing for Motril, bounces towards the edge of the area. Stood on by number 16, looks to turn and have a shot, but it flies harmlessly over the goal, almost into the grove of trees behind. Not sure if it even deserves another look, but let's have one anyway. Number 16 for Motril does well to turn away from McKee, but the shot closed down by about 3 players. Could do nothing more with it than fire into the waiting net behind. McKee does well. There's that long ball to Zhao again. This time he chooses to try to flick on, but defended well by the number 24. All the way back to the keeper. Bogdani decides to back off. Long ball over the top, cut out by Lozano, who's asking for a handball. Referee says play on. Cleared up the pitch by Joaquin. Looking for the head of Zhao, but the knockdown misses Khan. Good pressure there from Heredia, back to the keeper. Can Zhao press here? Tough bouncing ball to deal with. Ooh, keeper just gets it away past the outstretched leg of the Brazilian striker. Well dealt with on the far side by Joaquin. Sliding challenge, tries to keep it in. The ball goes out for a Motril throw-in near the halfway line. Play quickly. Motril looks to switch play. Flick touch by the number 7. Just gets around Vestesen. Mateo isolated 1-versus-1. Lovely little bit of skill there from the Motril winger, but can't get past the outstretched leg of the key as Mateo wins the foul. Almunecar scrappily get us going back underway. Fortunately, are able to win the throw-in. Stesson now. He drops off. Mateo chooses to go long at the line. Header by Heredia, brought down by João. Great touch there from Brazilian. Heredia in behind, chooses to go short to Bongani. Does well to take on 2, but loses out to the number 3. Motril cycle back, maintain possession. All the way back to Motril keeper. Seems to be content with just playing behind the lines. Not too many passes in the opposition. Happy to keep possession, but the Almunecar press, as they do that, will get higher and higher, ultimately forcing the ball back to the keeper like you see now. Pressure from João will continue towards the keeper, forces the long clearance. Left-footed ball, clearly left foot was not his favorite foot there, goes harmlessly out of bounds, and Almunecar have a throw-in in the attacking half. Joaquin over the ball, into the feet of Rafa. Back to Joaquin. Joaquin dispossessed. Motril looks to break in behind. Lozano steps up. Ball's played all around the side of him to the number 20. McKee with work to do. Does really well just to shed the challenge. The referee says nothing doing. Possessed by number 20. Looks to find number 7 at the far post. His volley attempt closed down well by Vistesen. Out for a Motril throw-in. So good play all around here in Almunecar so far. Motril looking to attack, but Almunecar with the clearer of the chances since that equalizing goal. João pressing backwards, follows all the way, sporting a fresh new haircut. Ball infield to the number 16. Dips onto that right foot again, but just as we've seen before, the shot goes harmlessly wide of the far post. Goal kick for Almunecar. There is Portillo. We're back underway quickly through Lozano and then through Rafa. Rafa looks long, instead chooses to cycle back through Lozano. Lozano under pressure, clears with the left foot. João 2-versus-1 loses out as Motril looks possessed. Great step up there from Mateo Vistesen. The American looks to play long to Silvio Costave. Cut out by Motril, who keep possession through the captain, number 16. Possession kept by Motril. Khan pressing high. And there you can see that trigger of the press. Ball back to the keeper. João starts to go, and all of a sudden Almunecar, without really anyone noticing, have 4 players into the attacking half, pressing high, forcing the Motril keeper to go long. His long ball cut out by Joaquin. Throw in for Motril. Taking quickly, defended well by Bongani. Lovely little turn there from the Motril number 4. But no ground was ceded by Almunecar. Good possession in tight spaces, but again, the compact Almunecar line forces the ball all the way back to the center back as Motril keep possession. So even though those passes look really good on camera, they're not accomplishing too much, which is good. You want to keep, of course, you want to keep Motril as far away from the goal as possible, but there's that trigger again. Ball back to the keeper. João, Heredia, and Khan pressing high. Forces the long ball again. This time Joaquin loses out, but followed up clear by Lozano. His scuffed clearance ultimately goes out for a Motril throw-in. Possession kept by Motril on the far side, cut out really well from Joaquin. Cleared up, looking for the feet of Khan. Lovely little touch from the Englishman, but loses out on the second attempt. Turn of play by the Motril number 4 into the dangerous number 20. Ball ends towards the center of the box, but the shot is harmlessly well out of play. Another goal kick for Almunecar. So Motril seems to be settling for quite a few shots from distance here. Probably the 4th or the 5th shot that has gone nowhere near the goal of Victor Portillo. And it has to be said, despite that early goal for Motril, they have not shown too much in the attacking third. Not too many passes completed in that final third area. Fewer shots on goal. So the Almunecar rear guard really picking up after a shaky start. Lozano possesses with a bit of time. Back to the feet of Portillo. Ball into Vistesen, but loses out. Of Motril all the way back. João will look to press. from the big Brazilian. Number 24 turns away well. João has to be careful not to foul. Doesn't do so. Motril possession. Motril maintain possession. Ball between the lines evades the pressure of Cristave and Heredia. Now Heredia recollects under pressure from Cristave finds the ball at his feet. Bit of scrappy play going on here. Motril looks to turn out. Lovely little nutmeg there, but it comes to nothing as it's out for an Almunecar throw-in. So the nutmeg comes to nothing as Vistesen has a throw-in on the right-hand side. Looks to go long for João. Defended away by the Motril left back. Out for a throw-in. Here's a chance if Almunecar do have a long throw-in to get some players into the box and maybe fashion a half chance. Mateo over the ball. See what he decides to do. He does have a long throw-in, looking for the head of the Brazilian, who flicks on well, but only into the waiting arms of the keeper. Motril looks to go quickly here. Looks to expose Vistesen, who's up for the throw-in. McKee does well to challenge the. Great backtracking work there from Mateo, who does well but concedes a throw. In the far left-hand corner, let's see if they can fashion a chance here. Looks to be a long throw as well. So dueling long throws on both sides. Up into the box, headed first clear by McKee, second clear by Vistesen, and then claimed by Victor Portillo in the goal. Nice loud command to keeper well to bring the knee up to protect himself as he looks to get going back underway. Chooses to go long this time. First time we've seen him go long, looking for the head of João. Flicked on ultimately by the Motril defender for Josh Kahn to chase. Cleared away, brought down well by Rafia. João seemed to get in the way there of the Spaniard. The ball finds its way to the feet of Kahn. Cuts inside amidst the challenge of two defenders. Continues the pressure high towards the keeper. Forcing the keeper once again to go long. As Lozano wins the header and number 20 is whistled for and offsides. So Lozano standing over the free kick. Has Heredia in space, finds it. Heredia cuts inside. Tries to play a 1-2 with Bongani, but just not on the same pace. He recollects the long ball with a one-touch pass to Lozano. Lozano all the way back to Portillo. Under pressure, keeper will have to make the right play to go to McKee. Back to Portillo. Lovely little play there from Almunecar. Just 3 versus 1, doing exactly what they should do, finding that open man, keeping possession through Lozano. Really good from the back through, from the two center backs and the goalkeeper, just never panicking despite the face of some pretty intense pressure from the Motril striker. Didn't panic, just found the open man, kept possession. Heredia drives forward now. Heredia still going. Mazy run there from the Spaniard. Finds Josh Kahn. Can he get to tee it up on the left foot? He does, but the shot into the hands of the keeper. Wow, what a play that was from Miguel Heredia. Danced through 3 or 4 players in the midfield before finding Kahn, who's right. Left-footed shot could only find the waiting arms of the keeper. Let's have another look at it. So Heredia picks it up about 60 yards from goal. Dribbles over the midfield line, essentially uncontested. Skips past the third, number 3. Finds Kahn, who does well to tee it up on the left foot, but the shot only goes into the arms of the keeper. Back to live pictures now. Vistesen does well to clear for a Motril throw-in. Motril looked to go short this time, just a fake from the number 7. Instead, choose to find the number 6. Fancy footwork there, can't fool Bongani, but unfortunately he concedes the corner. So corner here for Motril. Of course, every time corner here, always a chance to score, especially in the Spanish league. Set pieces are very, very high scoring opportunities for the Spaniards. This will be an in-swinger this time. Flicked clear by Bongani, only as far as the Motril midfielder who looked to cut inside, and his slice shot was deflected actually over the bar for yet another corner. So let's have another look. So the corner swung in, flicked clear by Bongani, recollected and then blocked away. Looks like that was Vistesen on the backside. stretching out that left leg to clear away. Second corner comes in, headed clear by McKee under pressure from the Motril captain. McKee does well, calm in the face of the danger. Flicks the header wide out for a throw. Almunecar with a chance to reset here. Drouin taking quickly. Headed over, looking to beat Bongani. Portillo off his line to claim. Head coach Juan Vallejos imploring his players to go just a bit quicker as Portillo gets this underway through McKee. McKee to the feet of Vistessen. Bongani loses out. Referee says no foul. The captain drives forward. The backtracking Zhao commits a foul, and he has to be careful. It's his third foul so far. Of course, already on a yellow card. Head coach Juan Vallejos, I might be readying a striker to come on for him, just to make sure he does not get that second yellow and really put us up against it. There's a replay of that foul. No nonsense there. And it looks like head coach Juan Vallejos has heard my suggestion, and on will come, I believe that's number 9. That is... Nope, not number 9, that's number 11. That's Sergio Rubinho coming on for number 26, Zhao. So the Brazilian makes way for the Spaniard here in the 32nd minute. Sergio Palomino comes on, enters the fray. Of course, scored in the last live stream game of this side we did here just a few weeks ago. But good tactical decision there from Juan Vallejos. Zhao with the yellow card and committing quite a few fouls. Might have been lucky to escape without a red. So good decision to pull him before he could make that all-important final challenge. Ruby into the feet of Cristave. Cristave cuts inside, looks to the return ball for the substitute number 11. Hey! Touchdown on number 10. Referee says play on. Cristave has it on the right-hand side. Looks to square a ball into the box just over the head of the arriving Englishman Khan, out for a Motril throw-in. So good advantage there played by the referee. Allowed us to get that chance down the right-hand side. Great little interplay there between substitute Rubinho and Cristave. As well, just as delay plays in the space. Clearly trip, but referee whistled for an advantage. And there is that advantage. The cross from Cristave just over the head of the arriving Khan. Free kick from Motril. Now chooses to go short into the captain. Does well to turn away from pressure plays into the feet of the number 5. Cristave arrives and forces him to play quickly.
Mira, porque hay un aquí siempre.
Captain does well to drive away from Heredia. The starts leg of Bongani does well. Switches into space. Vistessen with some work to do here. Shields the player to the far side. The cross just touched clear by Jose Lozano, followed up clear by Joaquin on the far side. Lovely outside of the football there into Khan. Does well under pressure. Rafa finds ball, turns out, plays with the feet of Heredia. Heredia, some fancy footwork there. Lovely little 1-2 played with Rafa. Can Khan make a break in behind? Heredia being pulled back. Referee says nothing, doing much to the annoyance of both Heredia and Vallejos. As the long ball comes up, will be an offside on Motril. But first, referee needs to sort out a bit of the arguments that are being had right now. Seems like everyone's calmed down enough for Almunecar to take the free kick. Looks like Heredia was fouled there on the far side. Referee didn't seem to take a positive view of it from an Almunecar perspective. And Lozano gets us back underway with a free kick. Bongani recollects it the second time of asking, but the clearance just over his head allows Motril to break. Midfielder does well to get behind the ball as the away side looks to come forwards here. Vistessen doing well just to marshal the runner in front of him. This ball goes infield, defended away by McKee. The visitors look to build. Ball touched away from Rafa in the midfield. Really nice interplay from Motril. Lozano with defensive work to do on the far side. Does well to shield the ball. Looks like it's gone out. Yes, it has. Goal kick for Almunecar. So Almunecar committing to their style of playing out from the back. Seen here again with Portillo with the quick ball to Lozano. Lozano steps in, has Heredia, chooses to go long instead for Khan. Brought down off the chest. Rafa tries to fight through 2 players, but Motril come away with it. Pressure from Bongani out of the midfield. Motril do well to shield the ball from that challenge. Bongani this time looks to have stepped on the foot of number 16. Referee says play on. May come back and revisit that. Simply could be a talking to or possibly could be a booking. This time, Rafa is whistled for the foul. Doesn't look like the referee is going to revisit that Bongani incident from before. Rafa disagrees with the call. The referee just says he outstretched that arm just a bit too much for his liking. As there is a stoppage in play as the linesman seems to be talking to one of the coaches on the Motril side. Everything seems to be sorted. Just maybe a bit too much being said from the Motril bench. Well, without further ado, back underway. Referee seems to be happy with whatever was said now. Good pressure there from a combination of Bongani and Cristave. Bongani has to be careful with the hands. Was just whistled for a foul. Doesn't want to find himself in the book. But he just does that, commits the second foul, and will go into the book. So commentators curse strikes again. As just said, had to be careful. Just back off there. Maybe a bit of a time for a cooler head, especially with having just committed the foul and then commits the second. And there is confirmation of that yellow card from Bongani. So could have just been a bit of a wiser play there, just to back off, let the play develop in front of him. But instead, she went for the all or nothing challenge, and there is confirmation of that booking. So you can never knock an aggressive player like that, but sometimes you just wish they'd tame off a bit. Long ball from Motril now, dangerous into the air, headed clear by Joaquin. Here is Bongani on the ball now, does well to take down off the thigh, looks to find Heredia, cut out, and out for an Almunecar throw. Go long for Sergio does well to shed the challenge with two defenders, drives down the right-hand side. In the side of corner here. Looks to do just that, just cross, blocked away, and then cleared only as far as Heredia. Lovely little touch out of the sky there. Drives forward, has Vistesen on the right-hand side. Chooses to use him. Mateo cuts inside, back for Miguel. Cleared out for an Almunecar throw-in. Chance for Mateo to get everyone in the box and launch one of those patented long throws that he has. The young California native goes long, headed clear before it can reach the chest of Rubinho. Backtracking there from Mateo. Has to be careful not to pull him down. Mateo well, but just a bit too overeager there. Whistle for a foul. Good foul there from Mateo Vistesen. Not enough to get himself a yellow card, but in a great area as to have the free kick not be of any danger to Almunecar. So good. We'll call it a professional foul though for Mateo Vistesen. Long ball over the top from Motril, looking for the number 8, defended away well by Lozano. Throw in from Motril, possessed, goes down by a combination of Rafa and Bongani. Lovely little bit of skill, not to be fooling Joaquin, who almost clears into the Rio Verde behind the pitch. Some comments from Elise Alves. Go Silvio, big support for Silvio Cristave coming in from Elise. We've got 3 comments for the winger, who has been instrumental so far in the match today. Let's see if he can find himself on the score sheet. Heredia looks like for Rubinho. Rubinho in space. Keeper high off his line. Good pressure there from Sergio, but keeper does well to clear. There is that man, Cristave, picks it up in the midfield. Can he get another big touch? Wow, risky sliding challenge there from the number 15, but does well to win the ball. The pressure from Khan wins a throw-in for Almunecar. As we tick into the final 5 minutes of a breathless first half here at Campo Municipal Rio Verde, Almunecar clearly side in the ascendancy right now. More chances, more possession being created. Let's see if we can capitalize before halftime. Khan tries to go forwards, blocks away the clearance, while bouncing around the edge of the area. Picked up by Cristave, a shot away, chooses to do so with the right foot, but goes over the goal. But again, good intent there from the winger on his weaker right foot. Does well to turn and fire a shot away. Unfortunately for him, just over the goal, but positive signs shown. There's a replay chance for Cristave. Just turns well, but under pressure could not do much more with the shot than fire it over. Motril plays short and then decides to go long, looking over the head of Joaquin. Joaquin defends away well, cut out and cleared by Lozano. Rafa in space in the middle. Slip by Rubinho as Motril looks to go long, and flag should be going up on the far side, and it does indeed. The number 20 just a bit too over-eager to break in behind. Correct offsides decision shown. We'll have another look. We'll have our very own version of VAR, as we do here at Cheers Mate Productions. Yeah, it looks like he's just a step ahead of McKee there. The big Scotsman had a call before the ball had even left the foot. This time Almunecar go long, looking for Rubinho. Wow, takes it down on the thigh. Oh, fires a left-footed shot. Brilliant sprawling save by the keeper down to his right. Recollected by McKee. Under pressure, will look to keep possession through Joaquin. Does so brilliantly. Joaquin now sees Cristave, chooses instead to go to Rubinho. Oh, the flick over. Oh, what a save from the Motril keeper. Wow, what a sequence. That was genius from Sergio Rubinho, but an even better save from the keeper. Let's have another look at that. So there's the first save from the goalkeeper. Khan does brilliantly under pressure to usher the ball to Joaquin. Takes one touch out of his feet, sees the run of Rubinho. Ball over the top, lovely little outside of the foot flick, but only bested by the outstretched left arm of the number 13 in the net for Motril. Great attacking, great goalkeeping, all around great play. Stay level at 1-1, corner for Almunecar. Training ground move here, short from Heredia, back to him from the feet of Rafa. But Heredia loses out, Motril have a chance to break. Number 20 breaks on the left-hand side with time and space. Alarm bells ringing for Almunecar. Bongani gets a foot in just to halt the attack. The number 16 picks up and drives forward down the right-hand side. Does well to turn away from Bongani, who of course has to be careful on a yellow card. Ball into the right channel. Looks to cut it back, defended away well by Joaquin, and then recollected by the man himself. Into the feet of Heredia. Khan and Rubinho in behind here. Looks to go over the top to Rubinho. Can he sort his first touch? Does well, but the defender manages to backtrack and usher into the hands of the goalkeeper. End action here in Almunecar. Both sides fashioning chances with long balls in behind. Headed clear by the Scotsman McKee. Trouble. Referee says play on. Here, or rather violently, decides to clear. Fortunately, hit the frame of the small goal on the side instead of injuring one of the spectators. But Lozano gets back up. A few of the Almunecar players taking exception to that. Referee looks like he may be having a word with the number 16, but the ball should just get back in play with a second throw in to Heredia, who clears long for a Motril. It's going to be a goal kick. So not too sure if there was a lot of intent there from Heredia to put it that deep in the Motril half. Nevertheless, and we do have a sub coming from Almunecar. So Bullejos making the smart tactical decision. Tyler O'Neill coming on now for that yellow card of Bongani. So Bouye perhaps sensing that the game just getting a bit stretched, does not want to have a man sent off, especially in the first half. Makes another substitute for one of his yellow carded players, this time Bongani making way for O'Neill. The Englishman comes on here in the 45th minute, so right on the stroke of halftime, but Bullejos clearly wanting to take no risks, makes a sensible decision, and chooses for the substitution. Ball inside from Rafia. The ball from Heredia sprayed out wide to Cristave. Good defensive play there. Cristave just couldn't have an angle on the ball. Defended away for a mid-throw throw. Rafa does well to get behind the ball as the number 16 continues forward. O'Neill hits for a field action attack, forcing number 16 back, but does well to split the two players into the midfield. Danger here for Almunecar, but the ball into the left-hand channel, just too far for the advancing left winger. Out for an Almunecar throw-in as we are into added time here in the first half. Long throw-in taken from Mateo, flipped on well by Miguel Heredia. Referee whistles for a foul as Heredia stays down, but quickly back up to his feet. Just have maybe a bit of a knock in the back there, maybe a bit of a graze on the back of the head. But either way, Heredia up and ready to get back underway. Rafa switches play to Lozano. Almunecar seems keen now just to see this first half out, get in level pegging. Of course, with things to build on. Khan goes down to the challenge of a Motril defender. But the ball from Rafa finds Cristave. Risky tackle from the Motril defender. Rafa goes down. Shot from Rubinho out of play for a goal kick. So two quick fire foul and penalty shouts there for Almunecar right on the stroke of halftime. Let's have another look. There's the long ball from Lozano. Cleared away under the challenge of Khan. The pass from Rafa found Cristave. Cristave tried to turn his man. Looks like a good tackle there. Seems to get quite a bit of the ball. And then the second time of asking, Rafa goes down, no foul again. Shot from Rubinho went wide. Big frustration, though, coming from the Almunecar bench. Seems to think at least one of those should have been a foul, if not a penalty. Another throw-in for Almunecar. O'Neal in space. Joaquin instead chooses to go long, looking for Heredia. Heredia tries to bring down, but his touch escapes him out for a throw. And with that, the referee will not even allow the Motril throw-in to be taken as we reach half-time here in Almunecar. So no more going on here as we see the players heading towards the changing room. We find ourselves at 1-1. So after an action-packed first 10 minutes, or goal-packed, we'll say first 10 minutes, the action continued, but the goals did not, as we find ourselves going in at level pegging. Despite a second-minute concession by the Almunecar backline, they quickly struck back through a Miguel Heredia penalty. And the scores after 7 minutes are the scores that we find ourselves at now. So after a breathless first 45 minutes, please come back and join us in just about 15 minutes for the second half. And until then, we will see you soon.
I repeat, I don't want to annoy you. If you feel something, tell us, please. In the second day, I don't want people out.
¿Qué tal vuestro equipo? Muy bien. Quiero ver el entrenamiento. Hoy no.
¿No? Bien, y el programador.
Haga eso primero.
Vas con él, con balón, a ese ritmo, poquito a poco.
Muy competente. Ya.
Mucha confianza.
Claro,
Mucha confianza. 4, 5. Let's go. Yeah. 2, yeah. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,
No.
18, 19,
Yes.
20.
Yeah, so we're in the UK. My first ever trip over to England, and I think it's been a success, to be honest. We're finishing up now our 4-day experience with a tour around Carroll Road. We brought the boys down here last night. They got to see a live Premier League game against Manchester United, and then we're now getting to see the stadium where the Manchester United players and Norwich players were playing last night. So, unbelievable experience. Yeah, I think, it's gone as well as it could have. We have to review it now, and I mean, you can always do better. But for a first hit out, I think we've done a sterling effort, and I can't thank the staff enough. From the media guys to Juan Carlos, Ryan, has been an absolute trooper. I think everyone's really dug in, and it shows kind of what this project's about. That it's not just the glitz and glamour, but we've got people that are really here for the cause and just to do the best for the players.
The best thing probably about the academy is just being able to meet different footballers from around the world and play against the big teams that you wouldn't get to in Australia.
The coaches here are absolutely amazing. They help me in everything, teach me the movements, the run, the passes, what to do and what not to do, and to be honest, I've become such a better player since I've arrived.
If I had to describe football in one word, I would choose magical. It's just a sport that I couldn't describe how much it means to me, and everything revolves around it. And it's just all I have, and it's all I'm gonna have, and it's all I want to do for the rest of my life.
I would say life, because I feel like my life moves around football, and it's just, I'm always watching football, I'm always playing football, and I always have it on my mind.
Probably a dream, God's given me the abilities to play, so I'm enjoying it. I have to keep working hard, training, and I'll see where it takes me.
I play football because I love it. I just love playing. I love the game, especially Spanish football.
For me, it's my life. Yes, it's my life.
I think I have talent, but like I say, it's not enough for all players. Even if you have talent, you have to work next to training and do everything you can to be at the top level.
Basically, just if you want to make it, just go for it. Train hard, work hard, and don't give up.
Be able to adapt and change to things. Soccer is a very subjective sport, and it's all about the coach's mind and what they're trying to play, but it's really been a fantastic experience for me, and I would recommend you come try it out yourself.
Yeah, but from the game as well.
Hello and welcome back to Rio Verde. We are now indeed underway, so how's that for timing here? The production crew, of course, on top of their game as always. Despite the van being broken down, we are still here bringing you as many live games as we can. Back underway in the second half. Doesn't look like there are any substitutions to report at this early stage, but it looks like there will be one now, actually. So instead of the halftime substitution being made, Juan Maldonado and substitute entering the fray, Nono Lopez not happy with the linesman for not letting him on at the start of the half. Nono seems to be taking offense to that. Has a bit of a spit on the ground. It looks like he's ready to enter now. So Nono Lopez is in. We will try to figure out who came off. See where Nono goes to on the pitch. Looks like Josh Kahn has come off, actually. I don't see those green boots on the pitch. So Josh Kahn has made way for Nono Lopez here right at the start of the second half. So I believe that was a halftime substitution. It was just delayed by a bit of a technical issue. Maybe a Delgado issue, not too sure. But Nono Lopez is on for Josh Kahn. So Nono, of course, scorer of numerous goals here for the CDAC under-23 side, enters the fray as McKee finds a pass into the feet of Rafia. Rafa out wide to Stessin. Cristave infield to Rubinho. Looks to go around the corner, but it's cut out. Recollected by Ruby. Play lost out. Looks to go in behind to number 20. McKee alert to it. Shields out for an Almunecar throw-in. So first 10 minutes here are going to be extremely important because if either side scores a goal in the first 10 minutes, this puts them into the driver's seat for the second half. Saying hello to goal scorer Kobe comes over with us. 2-1 victory for FC Malaga City Senior today. They continue their quest towards promotion. A 90th minute penalty from Papi Gassama put them over the edge. Won them 3 points today after an early goal from Kobe standing next to me. Put them up 1-0. Does Kobe want to say it? No, just wants to step on the camera. Kobe does want to say something, so we'll give him a quick shout out. Kobe, how did you find your first goal today and another 3 points for the FCMC Senior side?
Juega, juega, juega.
Best commentator in the game. ESPN might be coming for him very, very soon. So big shout out there to Kobe. Thank you very much for the kind words. Always good to hear things like that from a current academy player. So Kobe approaching towards double-digit goals this season. Another big 3 points for the FCMC Senior side. They continue their quest towards promotion. So big thanks for Cobes for coming over out here to support the CDAC under-23 side. Of course, a lot of the academy boys and the senior players out here tonight supporting this under-23 side at Rio Verde. And it's always good to have that support throughout the academy. All the players love to see the success and give as much support as they can to everyone else. One big family here in Almunecar. Of course, we're from all over the world, but the one family resides, the heartbeat is here on the southern coast of Spain. And really, you can't ask for any more than that. Back to action. Some high pressure from Cristave forces the long ball from Motril. McKee with some work to do. Clips a brilliant ball into the feet of Rafia. Really good play from Aaron McKee. He's been sound all night again at the back. Turning into a rock for the CDAC under-23 side. Of course, for some of the CD Almunecar senior center back positions being a bit light now through some fitness and a few other things. Would not be at all shocked if McKee gets a playing fantastically for the under-23 side. Might be a bit of a fight between head coach of the CDAC senior George Jeremy and the CDAC under-23 coach Juan Maldonado between McKee. No Buyejo's intent to keep McKee with him, but McKee's performances, I'd say, in my opinion, have done enough over the last few matches, last few months to really warrant him a look at for the senior side. So big shout out to Aaron McKee. He's been an absolute rock at the back along with number 10 Jose Lozano. Really helping to anchor this CDAC under-23 side. Big, powerful step up there from the youngster Mateo Vestesin. Wins a throw-in for Almunecar, excuse me. throw in from the home side. Corral back, and we will do it again from the same spot. Ball infield to Heredia. Looks to go infield to Lopez. Lopez with a quick shot. Bounces in front of the keeper, but not troubling. Nono didn't catch that the way that we know he can. Just lacking a bit of power, but nevertheless, shot on target. Always good to see that attacking intent coming from one of our more forward players. Good header clear there from Jose Lozano. Past the scaffold. And fought for by two kids behind the goal who were behind the scaffold who want to throw it back into play. Bit of a scrap there. Not sure was out of the camera shot. Linesman seems to have seen something. Not sure if the wide angle lens got it, but it looked like O'Neill was in a bit of it. The linesman, the center referee, reaching for his pocket. Let's see what he decides to do here. Huge moment now, Almunecar, and it's a red card for the number 20. He's off. So he must have had a bit of a scrap with Tyler O'Neill, and all of a sudden, Almun Motril down to 10 men. Number 10 picks up a booking for his troubles, and it's all kicked off here in Almunecar. Number 20 given his marching orders. Not sure why. Let's see. We'll see if we can go find someone in the stands that we can see what happens. So the commentator may put the mic down for a quick second to bring that information to you. The number 10 for Motril has picked up a card for his trouble. A lot of talking. O'Neill seems to be in the middle of it. So we'll have a look just as soon as we can to see what happened. We'll try to figure it out. Seems to have kicked off relatively quickly here. But we're back underway with a Motril throw, and referee signals for what looks like a free kick now. So confusion reigns, I have to say. Confusion reigns here in Almunecar right now, as Motril has been awarded a free kick 25 yards from goal in a dangerous position. Of course, even though down to 10 men, the score still is only 1-1. So big chance to be had here for Motril to see if they can pull ahead. So as the night falls, just adjusting a few of the cameras here to get that better picture view. As the night falls, the light tends to play tricks on the cameras. But Motril over the free kick now. Number 16 comes short. Will be a training ground routine. The 16 plays around the corner, looking for the return ball to the number 10. But marshaled really well from Heredia. The Motril coaches are livid on the far side. But the result of the play is a goal kick for Almunecar. So a quick summary of the last 2 minutes. Number 20 for Motril has been sent off after what appeared to be a bit of a scrap, possibly a raised hand into the face of Tyler O'Neill. So he was sent off, and then the number 10 for Motril was giving it a yellow card for dissent. So Motril find themselves up against it here, and all of a sudden Almunecar find themselves in the driver's seat, up a man with about 40 minutes to play still in the second half. Huge chance for the home side to find a second goal and hopefully put this game to bed. Pressure from Lopez and Rafia. Motril just find themselves with a bit of time on the ball now. Number 4, backtracking by Lopez, ball over the top, well dealt with by Lozano, needs to be followed up by Joaquin. Joaquin does well to win the header over number 2. Rafa finds the ball in the midfield, looks to go long to Cristave, cut out by the advancing number 24. He turns back, does well to keep possession, but of course this is where the extra man can become an advantage for Almunecar, as that high pressure just has another man to really press on the back 3 of Motril. Ball cleared up the side, cut out by Mateo. Looks to go long for Rubinho. Keeper claims just on the end of his area. Does well to keep the twinkle toes in the box. Gets this back underway. Looks like quickly. Bit of a surprise there, especially down a man now. Ball down the right-hand side, searching for the number 4. Defensive work for Lozano to do. Jumps highest, clears out for a throw-in. So it doesn't appear to be too much of a formation change here for the away side, as the number 20 was just a striker, so it should be just a removal of that position. But more controversy here as the linesman and the referee have a conference. They're heading over to the Motril bench. The linesman does not seem to like the antics of the Motril assistant coach, who's in the referee's doghouse in the first half and now finds himself in the referee's book in the second. So cards being handed out like it's Christmas here.
Dani, aguantale un cachito que te hagan falta, que tiene que compensar, ¿eh?
But back to live shots now. Throw in for Motril. Returned on the right-hand side. Cut infield. O'Neal with defensive work to do. Has to be careful not to concede a penalty. Motril do well to win themselves a corner. So corner coming from Motril here. Almunecar needs to be alert. Of course, the worst thing you can do while up a man is fall behind. Of course, that would just result in 10 behind the ball for Motril, and it's very difficult to break down, especially on a small pitch like so many players behind the ball. So let's see what Motril can cook up on the corner. Will be a left-footed in-swinger. So danger coming for Portillo. This in-swinger, Portillo does well to deal with it, tips it over the bar. Didn't gamble too early. Gets stuck in the net for his trouble. Doesn't gamble too early. Does well to tip over the bar. Another corner for Motril, this time on the far side. We'll have another look at that save from Portillo. Really nice in-swinging corner there. Not fooled though. Doesn't go towards the ball. Does well to tip over the bar. So important save there from Portillo. Let's see if he has to repeat his antics the second time. This time corner swung in much deeper. Headed at the back post, but away from the target, out for an Almunecar goal kick. So two pretty good chances there for Motril. The storm weathered by Almunecar, who will now really look to put their foot on the ball and possess through this.
Aguántalo un poquito, no vayas de
well
golpe.
to turn away from the number 2. The number 16 wins it back. Good play down the line, but Motril regained possession. Joaquin looks to step out. Heredia covers his spot, allowing Joaquin to continue pressing, but lovely little turn from the captain, number 16 there. Does well to turn away, but his long ball forward is cleared by Rafia. Rafa in your shot there, just preaching calm, especially up in there right now. Headed clear by Joaquin. Throw in for Motril. Long ball down the line.
Casi cabeza, que estamos uno menos.
Bounces right near the scaffold and will get put back in play. Another comment coming in, Juan Luis Rivas Planella, known more colloquially around here as Juanlu. So, así que Juan Luis Rivas mirando, pienso que le avisa porque no podría jugar en el partido de City Almunecar Senior hoy porque una acumulación de tarjetas amarillas. Él tenía 5 amarillas, así que un partido sin jugando. Así que cuando fue a tu casa, a su isla Ibiza, este fin de, y ahora está mirando de esta isla, mirando a sus amigos y sus compañeros en City Almunecar Sub-23. Así que cuando estamos muy contentos que escuchar, que oír, que estás mirando. Muchas gracias por el comentario y ojalá tú vas a entrenar con nosotros el lunes. Ball infield for the feet of Rafa. Looks over the top for Cristobal. Can he deliver here? First time cross in the middle. Rubinho's in, cut out by the keeper, and a last-ditch sliding tackle just takes it off the toes of Rubinho, who may have gotten a touch to it as the referee looks to have pointed for a goal kick. So interesting one there. Let's have another look. So ball finds its way to the feet of Heredia. Lovely little ball around the corner for Rafa. Does well to dig out a long ball for Cristobal, whose first time ball across the box is a great one. Keeper does well, but can't claim it the first attempt. Then it looks like the diving header cleared into the thigh of Rubinho and out for a Motril goal kick. So yeah, goal kick is the call. Motril, of course, will get all the players up, but they do have quite a long time, almost 30 minutes to defend here while being down a man. Lozano does well as Motril looks to go forward, but the touch goes too far, out for an Almunecar throw-in. Pressure coming quickly. Joaquin does well to see it. Finds Nono, who has time to turn. Nono turns now, looks to drive down the line. Time and space. This is where no can be at his best. Two nice little steppers there. Finds the feet of Rubinho. Looks to continue the ball for Lopez, but it's cut out and then cleared further out the pitch. Joaquin does well to settle with a header back to Victor. Portillo gets his going back underway quickly through McKee.
Antonio, estamos marcando mal acá. Llama uno que estamos marcando mal.
Rafia now drives forward in space. So you can see those gaps starting to open up as these Motril players will tire, especially down in. Those gaps will open up for the midfielders and for the wingers, as a lot of the players from Motril will start to cluster in the center of the park to try to prevent those passes between the lines. All of a sudden, that space just starts to open up in the wings for those long balls for the center backs to find. Lovely skimmed ball from McKee into the feet of O'Neill. Return to McKee. McKee looks for the feet of Rafa, but a good backtrack. Moves the ball for Motril. Rafa continues his high press. Rubinho and Cristave look to keep it moving. Lozano marshals the long ball to O'Neill. O'Neill, lovely little turn, finds the feet of Rafia. Vistesen was on the outside. Rafa chooses to go instead, looking for the long ball to Lopez. Heredia regains control. The referee says nothing doing under the protest of both sides. Header from Joaquin only as far as the Motril midfielder. Cleared further up the field, and then the captain is fouled by Tyler O'Neill for a free kick. So the opposition crowd, who have made the short journey over from Motril, starting to get a little antsy here. Begin asking the referee for a few bookings for some of our players. Can be expected, especially with the red card being given before, but the referee, not swayed yet by the fans, chosen to keep his cards in his pocket. Long ball into the channel, out for an Almunecar throw-in. So you have to think, especially down a man right now, that Motril's objective will be to play for the draw, possibly spring one on a counter or a set piece. But you can tell by even some of these tactics now that they're just intent to waste as much time as possible. McKee with time and space drives forward, keeps possession easily through Rafa. Rafa, lovely little drop of the shoulder, gets away from one, finds O'Neill. O'Neill to McKee. McKee back to Rafa, lovely little triangle play between the three there. Now Rafa drives forwards. Doesn't like what he sees, comes back. Switches the long ball looking for Lopez. With Joaquin on the outside. Nice little back heel flick. Defended away and then hooked clear. Lozano under pressure does well to turn away from the striker, then find the ball into the feet of McKee. Great play there from Lozano. His first time pass finds Heredia. Back to Lozano. For Lopez, but him and the Spanish winger just not on the same page. Out for a Motril throw-in. Referee whistles for a stoppage of play as the goalkeeper for Motril is down. Looks to be favoring his hand, possibly. Yeah, looks to be his right hand seems to be the issue. Referee calls for the physio onto the pitch.
Me ha partido todo por al lado, tío. Me ha rajado entero, tío. ¿Cómo ha pasado? No, hacia el fondo, al pararme me ha partido entero.
Por esto luego se añadirá, ¿no?
So the Motril keeper seems to be up and okay right now. Looks like a substitute just came on for Almunecar. We'll get that to you as quick as we can. Totally see who that is. Looks like T has come on. So number 19 enters the fray. Yeah, that is T. Coming off. Who was coming off? Not totally sure we have a look on that. Looks like Joaquin came off from the left back role. So T on the number 19 in at left back for Joaquin. So like for like swap here, left back to left back. We do have some news to bring you from the red card from before. So having asked the stands, as the camera crew missed it, having asked the players, some of our supporters in the stands, what happened was Tyler O'Neill had a bit of a shove at the Motril number 20, which went unspotted by the referees. But the retaliation from the number 20, who went and pushed Tyler in the face area, was spotted. So that led to the red card. So it was a bit of just a bit of afters handbags. O'Neill ultimately coming out the better, drawing the red card on the number 20. So now that that's cleared up, Motril with a chance to shoot here. Ooh, and the number 16 blazes over from close range. Wow, alarm bells were ringing there for Almunecar as the chance gets almost nothing. So a throw-in just caught Almunecar napping a bit. The number 16 gets it, turns. I'll tell you what, a shot from 16 yards and arguably should have done better there. At least tested the keeper, but a let-off for Almunecar. So quick reminder not to switch off even though you're up a man. These chances can still come for the opposition side. And it's still only 1-all. So even though Almunecar may be dominating the proceedings, especially now up a man, score is still 1-1. Almunecar do need to find that second goal and quickly. They'll look to do so through Rafa. But his pass is cut out. So he does well to read out of the back, play the ball into the feet of Lozano. Lozano into the feet of T. T doesn't goes back to Jose. The Spaniard connects with the Scotsman. Heredia looks to go long for Rubinho. The header bounces in the box. Cristave arriving, but just comes off second back. Lovely little layoff from the number 16, but Heredia drives out with it. Evades the sliding challenge of the number 3, but can't get around the outstretched leg of the number 24. Cristave tracking backwards. But great run from the Motril player. Brought down by number 23, Vistesen. Lucky to not go in the book there. Seemed to be a bit of a rash challenge as the attacking player had a bit of a run on the Almunecar defense. Good foul there from Mateo Vistesen. And the last thing you want to see as a defender, of course, is an attacker running at you with a head of steam. So Mateo does the wise thing, brings the player down, who seems to be in a bit of discomfort, but hopefully just a bit of a cramp. Julie Khan watching from Leeds, Christopher Nokone, Martin to support coming in from all corners of the globe. Julie Khan tuning in from Leeds, of course, watching none other than Josh Khan. We'll hope to see make a reappearance in the second half. For now, long ball from Motril. Headed away by Mateo. The shot comes from range from number 8. Ooh, traveling. Flies just wide of Victor's far post. Danger signs there. Shot didn't look like it had didn't look like it had too much on it, but all of a sudden it flies past the far post, and yet another let off for the Almunecar under 23s here. We'll have another look at it. So number 8 picks it up near the edge of the area, catches the volley quite sweetly, and Victor covered it probably, but again, worrying moments for Almunecar as Motril have had the better of the last few chances. The key into the feet of Rafa. Rafa looks long for T. Just on the wrong side, but he does well to recollect. Looks to have been pushed off the ball. Referee whistles for what looks like a Motril free kick. So we haven't seen too much so far from the number 7, Nono Lopez. We'll be looking to get him more involved as the match progresses. Especially, he's a player with match-winning potential. He can really find the ball with nothing going, 25 yards from goal. Suddenly one cut inside, and the next thing you know, it's 2-1. So we really do need to find Nono Lopez and get him a bit more involved than we have been so far. Long ball over the top. McKee comes out of the back. First touch into the feet of Cristave. Under pressure, let's see if he can use his pace. Slips the ball in behind for Rubinho, but the flag is up on the far side. The shot has gone wide anyway, but the flag up before the shot wouldn't have counted even if it went. And we'll have another look to see if he was indeed offside. It looks to just have drifted there. Seems to be on the wrong plane. Debatably close call. We'll give the linesman the benefit of the doubt here because we do not have the best angle on this one. But I've seen them given both ways before. Regardless, very good play from Gustavi there to bring the ball down. What wasn't the best ball into his feet, but did well to bring down and then find the pass in behind. Big commanding, towering header there from Aaron. Gustavi keeps possession through Mateo Vestesen, who wins the throw-in. Mateo takes quickly into the feet of McKee. So as you see, especially up a man now, Rafa dropping into that gap between the center backs more and more, really dictating the tempo and dictating the play. You love to see that from your number 8, especially from one of the local guys. He's confident to get on the ball, really wants the ball at his feet to play those killer balls in behind and into the feet of Heredia there. Now Lopez, 25 yards from goal. The shot drags it wide of the goal, but there is that man, Nono Lopez, the winger. This time cuts inside, receives the pass from Heredia, does well to turn, but unfortunately the shot just left a bit to be desired. Promising signs coming for Almunecar as we tick into the final 20 minutes of play. Good long, good challenge head from Mateo Vestesen, but unfortunately loses out. Motril to break. One runner in the box. Mateo does well to get back behind the ball. Has to be careful not to foul here. Motril will be looking to play for set pieces. Does brilliantly, does the young right back. Ball out for a goal kick. So even though he lost the header on the goal kick, immediately got himself back behind the ball and ushered the final play out for a goal kick. Great work from the young American defender.
Toca ya. Toca, toca, tranquilo.
He does well to take his first touch away from pressure. Finds the feet of Lozano. Lozano to McKee. McKee into the feet of Rafa. Rafa and Heredia combining well. See on the overlap. Does well to recollect. Looks to shift onto his left foot, but defended away by Motril. Infield pressure from Lopez. Number 16 does well to turn away. One of the more dangerous players for Motril, the number 16. Extremely confident with his foot on the ball. Never panics. Has to be a player that we need to watch out for. Long ball into the top, headed clear by Vestesen, but O'Neill can't collect the second one. Whistled for a foul. Chance for Motril to go quickly, and they do so down the left-hand side. Number 7 unmarked on the back post. The cross towards him. Well defended by T, whose cushioned header back to Portillo. Makes its way into his hands and then back through the feet of McKee and Rafia. Lopez demanding the ball, turns, finds himself in a bit of space, looks to play a through ball in behind for Rubinho. Cut out by the Motril defense. Ruby will continue the press, as will Lopez. Recollected by T. Can he keep it in play? Does well to find the ball back to Lozano. Lozano slips, and a chance for Motril to counter here. That ever dangerous number 16. Key across the defense. Aaron has to stand him up here. Lozano does well to recollect, and then cleared by Vestesen. Fortunate bounce there into his feet. O'Neill picks up and drives forward. Advantage signaled by the referee after the foul on Mateo. Looks to go long for Rubinho. The ball with just a bit of backspin. Referee has decided no advantage as the ball was going to go into the hands of the keeper, so blows the play back for a foul on O'Neill. So despite the slip by Lozano there, him and McKee do incredibly well just getting behind the ball, slowing down the attack, and ultimately winning it back, preventing any shot on Portillo's goal. Rafa and T play catch already in space. We've seen him do it from distance. The shot saved by the keeper. Can Rubinho get the follow? Oh, keeper quickly back to his feet to claim at the second time of asking. But Heredia, a chance from almost nothing. Has a goal from about 30 yards. Tested keeper. Almost finds the go-ahead goal. So from seemingly nothing, Rafa and T played catch. Way into the feet of Heredia. Looks up, saw no one in front of him, and a dipping shot there. All sorts of swaz on it. Dipping, moving, swerving in the air. Fortunately, the keeper did well just to marshal it all the way into his hands. Could only parry, but gathers it the second attempt. Header from McKee back into the hands of Portillo. Really good combination there between the Scottish, center back and the Spanish goalkeeper. Rafa now drives forward. Lopez, bit of that flare, flicks over to Heredia. 1-2, back to Heredia. Heredia does well to pull away from the defensive player into the feet of Lozano. Lozano, tough ball from McKee, does well to get the first touch under his spell. McKee into the feet of Heredia. This time Heredia dropping back to receive the ball between the center halves. Plays infield to Rafa, but loses out. Runner down the right-hand side. Instead chooses to go left towards the captain. Position captain. Under pressure from Rafa, does well to keep possession through the fullback. Long ball over the top, over the head of McKee. Defensive work to do here. Combination of McKee and Lozano scramble it away. Back in field now as we take towards the final 15 minutes. T closes out on the near side. Bit of possession kept from Motril here. Looks to go long. Lozano loses out on the ball over the top, but no runner in behind allows Portillo to claim easily. The clock ticks deeper and deeper towards 90 minutes. Of course, Motril will begin to sit back more and more, and all the pressure will be put on Almunecar to find that winning goal. Heredia drives forward. McKee. To the feet of Rafa. Left footer goes back to Vistesen. McKee. Heredia demands the ball in the midfield. Gets it. Spins away from one, but loses out on the second time of asking. Great play from Cristave to win it back. Number 16 looks to break. Evades the sliding challenge of McKee. The number 16 can break here. The number 7 down the right-hand side. Great backtrack by Portillo just to get a toe to the ball. Kept in play by Portillo. But again, the alarm bells are ringing for Almunecar. Big chance for Motril. Fortunately, good athleticism shown by T on the left-hand side. Just gets back behind the ball before the striker can pull the trigger. But worrying signs here in Almunecar. Rafa does well under the challenge. Looks to get us going underway quickly, but it will have another look at that chance there. The 16 does well to try to find the 7, but the backtracking T manages to get a toe in, clear away. Almunecar have a substitution coming. Looks like that's Khan re-entering, and that is Silvio Cristave coming off. So we won't see a graphic of that as the software does not allow it. So Khan back in for Cristave. Like for like swap on the right wing right now. So Khan back in now. Referee speaking to the linesman who is speaking to the Motril coach. Seems to be happy with whatever conclusion was reached there. So a like-for-like swap on the right wing. Both natural left footers are Khan and Cristave. So Khan will look to cut in onto that left foot, maybe bend into the far corner, similarly to the way Lopez does on this side. So the two inverted wingers, clearly the style that Bullejos wants to play. For those of you that don't know, the inverted wingers are wingers that play on the opposite side to their dominant foot. So a dominant right footer will play on the left side. As the shot comes in from Heredia, but ambitious at best, goes out for a throw-in. So of course, inverted wingers, as we were saying before, as the dominant foot is on the opposite side. So a left winger would be a dominant right footer if he's playing as the inverted winger, which is the style that Bullejos likes to play, allowing those players to cut inside onto their favored foot and have a shot at goal. Possession kept through O'Neill, Vistesen, and ultimately through Lozano. Lozano to T. Under pressure in front, goes back simply to Lozano. Lozano turns out, skips Rafa in the center, finds McKee. Beautifully cushioned pass for Rafiana. Lozano now looks to go long, looking for T, but the miscontrol finds the ball ultimately finds its way to him. T and Rubinho almost getting in each other's way. T looks to swing a ball into the box, but what tenacity shown by the left fullback. Ultimately wins the side of corner. Motril defender seemed quite happy about that, but great pressure there from the Almunecar left fullback T to win his side of corner and a chance to get numbers into the box. There you can see the big center back going forward, Lozano, McKee, O'Neill from the number 6 role. Only one back, that's Vistesen. This should be Heredia over the ball. Lopez looks to come short, ball goes into the box instead, punch clear by the keeper. Risky move there from the Motril keeper, who did really well to get a fist on the ball and clear for an Almunecar throw-in. Rafa decides to go short instead, as you see a replay of that punch. McKee on the ball. Lozano. There is Heredia, finds T. Heredia looks to get it back, does well. Rubinho in space in front of him. That's Lopez, excuse me. Lopez just can't flick over the head of the defender. The shot from Rafia blocked away before it could travel very far. Long ball cleared. Really good Spanish being used there by the Scotsman. McKee letting Jose Lozano know that he was alone and had time to bring it down. McKee into the feet of Rafa. Number 8 dictating the play. Infield to Heredia. Can he have a strike on his left foot? Chooses instead to go to T. 50-50 between T and the right fullback. Wins yet another corner for Almunecar, much to the annoyance of the Motril defenders having words with the referee. Another chance for Almunecar here. We'll have another look at that. There's the ball infield to Heredia. Looks to play in behind for T. Two players arriving at the same time. T does well to win the corner. Taken short now. Lopez with the left-footed ball into the box. It's there. It's in! It's in! It's in! Jose Lozano. It looks like at the second post with the head. Makes it 2-1 to Almunecar. Finally, the man advantage tells, and on none other than a set piece, Jose Lozano heads the Almunecar under-23s into the lead with only 10 minutes to go and sends Campo Municipal Rio Verde into raptures. We will have another look at that right now. There's that ball into the box from Lopez, and Lozano, the first to arrive at the back post, celebrates madly with the team in the corner, celebrates with all the fans in the stands, and Almunecar finally make all that pressure tell, and it's 2-1.
No.
So the number 10, the center back wearing number 10, the striker's number, finally pops up on the screen. We'll confirm that goal. There is that man, Jose Lozano. Of course, godson to famous La Liga defender Armando Lozano. But Jose notches out a piece of his nose in Spanish football there, coming out with a huge goal with only 10 minutes to go against local rivals Motril. So now, of course, the entire game plan for Almunecar changed. Going fast and looking to get everything underway quickly. Almunecar will just try to take the sting out of this game, be incredibly secure around the back. Rafa into the field of Lozano. Danger here. Heredia does well to backtrack. T clears big up the line, looking for the feet of Lopez. Lozano was alone, but didn't get the shot. T looks to go quickly into the feet of Rubinho. Good first touch from the former Osako striker. Tries to shoot from range, relatively inexplicably there. Puts his hand up as an apology to Josh Tom, but I think he tried to shoot from range on that one, and the shot nowhere near good enough from Rubinho. We'll have another look. Yeah, it doesn't look like there was too much passing intent in that to me. Just had the shot from range, went well wide of the goal, and we are back underway through a long Motril goal kick. Over the top now, fought for by Rafa and Vistesen. O'Neill ultimately clears upfield looking for Rubinho. Recollected by Motril in the center of the park. So he has to be careful here with the runner on the far side. Instead goes the way of Vistesen. Mateo with defensive work to do. Does well to stand up. The Motril player turns the corner. Number 8 in space. Left-footed shot. Blocked away. Last-ditch challenge there from the number 23, Vistesen. Despite him getting beat on the turn, does well to recover. Gets the block in, but corner for Motril here. Worrying signs. See that defensive play now again from number 23, Mateo Vistesen. The player does well to turn the corner. A last-ditch challenge. Looks like it was actually McKee the block. So that's number 15, Aaron McKee with the final block. Corner for Motril swung deep. Free header The captain just doesn't get the power required on it, training all those muscles in his neck, but it goes harmlessly into the hands of Victor Portillo. We'll have another look at that. There's that header. McKee, and a combination of T and McKee did just enough there to prevent the full power being given to that header. Sesson with the shout to let it go, does well to retain possession. McKee all the way back to Portillo. Portillo under pressure, chooses the safe option, goes long. Brought down brilliantly by Khan there. The man from Leeds does really well to find the ball back to McKee, looking for Rubinho. Smart, intelligent play there from the youngster. The Stetson ball goes out, and Almunecar will make another substitution. Looks like coming on will be center back Eric Graham. We'll see, this could be a defensive substitution coming from Bullejos, who I have to say has been spot on with his tactical decisions today. Made the right moves at the right time. Looks like number 5, Miguel Heredia, will be coming off. So Heredia, the goal scorer, the scorer of the first goal today, scored the penalty in the 7th minute. Makes way now for Eric Graham, the American-born center back. Should slot into what may become a back 3 just between Lozano and McKee. But another big presence there to win headers, really clear the ball. So clearly a defensive substitution now from Bullejos. We'll look to see this as we enter the final 4 minutes of play. Of course, against local rivals in a derby match, this will always just mean that little bit more to some of these Almunecar players. So looking to weather this free kick now, as the referee seems to have put someone in the book. I think number 15, Aaron McKee, has just gone into the book. Maybe a bit of dissent there. Seems his rudimentary Spanish has advanced enough to say the wrong thing to the referee to find himself into the book. So there is confirmation of that yellow card for number 15, Aaron McKee. Have to credit some of the Spaniards on the team for teaching him those words. Now he's immediately called to action to defend the Motril free kick. Long over the top, Victor off his line. Nice loud keeper call. Punches clear only as far as the right wing. Ball swung back into the box. Calls away this time. McKee does well to rise highest. But Lozano under pressure now from the number 8. Looks to square back into the box. Should be Portillo. Is taken down. Referee does whistle for the foul, and Portillo should stay down here. Brave goalkeeping there from the Spanish keeper. Does well to climb high. So we'll have another look. So a bit of a mad scramble in the box. Number 4 swings back in. McKee gets up. Lozano doesn't clear it the second time of asking. Allows the number 8 to put it back up into the box. Keeper Ray jumps highest. Claims over the head of number 19. Takes a bit of a knock for his troubles. Seems to be okay though. Climbs back to his feet. Should be all right to take the free kick.
Let him come wide, and then that's where you go.
Victor Portillo up and ready now. Does well to clear a few seconds. Portillo looks to go long over the top. Flicked header from substitute Graham. Cleared further up the pitch. McKee does well just to keep the play in front of him and clear over the benches on the far side. Long walk down the line. Stetson gives away the foul. Looks like the captain there for the away side went down relatively easily. Khan squares off right now. Looks like the number 24 taking exception to the Englishman. Khan does well as the number 24 goes into the book. So there's the shot of that. Got right into the face of Josh Khan. He's gotten a booking for his trouble, but more importantly, Almunecar having yet another set piece here to defend. So despite all the afters, Almunecar still only lead by that one goal to get as many players as they can into the box. So it will be a left-footed outswinger. Numbers in the box from Motril, about 7 players in the box. Here comes the free kick, swung in. First headed clear by Vistessa, needs to be followed up. Khan does well to win the second one under pressure. Brought back down with the number 3. Khan clears again. Can Rubinho hold it up for us? So he does brilliantly. Can he find the right-hand channel? Loses out on the midfield. The sliding challenge. Won back by the number 24 of Motril. Khan backtracking. Sees the throw. Breathless final stages here as we tick into the last minute of normal time. So pressure, you can feel the tension in the air here at Rio Verde. Nervy final few minutes coming up here for the Almunecar side, who will find themselves clinging to a 1-goal lead deep into the match. Long ball over the top, this time off the throw, and McKee's header finds its way to the feet of Graham. Flicks clear further by O'Neill. Ball swung into the box. Portillo well off his line, fumbles it, and then clears as the ball made its way out of the box. So a bit of a nervy moment there for the Almunecar backline, but Portillo does just enough to clear the ball. Lopez in space now, just needs to relieve the pressure. Does brilliantly with a long ball down the line to T. T does well to get the wrong side of the defender. Can he square into the middle to Rubinho? Ball's bouncing, hooked clear by Motril, only as far as Lopez. Graham does really well. Veteran move there from the number 4 Eric Graham. Just let the ball run across him and keep possession through Lozano. Lozano's ball into Vestesen. His follow-up, one back by Josh Kahn in a dangerous position. Him and Rafa almost getting each other's way, but he finds the feet of Nono Lopez. Can Lopez cut in and find the game clincher here? Instead cuts back. It's Rubinho now. Rolls away from 2. Oh, but his final touch just lets him down as it goes out for a Motril goal kick. So the chance to seal it there goes begging. Good pressure from Josh Kahn. Won the ball back in an incredibly dangerous area. Him and Rafa seem to get in each other's way. Lopez looked to jink inside but couldn't get a shot away. Instead chose to go to Rubinho. Rubinho drove down the line, but before he could play that square ball across, his touch off his right foot let him down. Out for a Motril goal kick. Graham does well to shepherd the player out of bounds, cleared with the left foot by McKee. O'Neill has to be careful there and can't concede any silly set pieces. Graham chooses not to go to the ground. The captain drives forwards on the far side. Defended by McKee. His switch of play deflected. He needs to clear under pressure. Does well to shed the challenge of one and finds Lopez brilliantly in the second time of asking. Lopez now isolated, looks to play Rubinho in behind. Can Sergi get on the end of it? Can he take a touch around the keeper? He gets a touch on it. Can it be 3? It's 3! Josh Kahn with the sealer! And it is game, set, and match here in Almunecar. Josh Kahn finds the all-important 3rd goal in the 92nd minute, surely sending the visitors home with nothing and securing all 3 points for a deserving Almunecar side who've really given it everything tonight and deserve this win. Josh Kahn with the 3rd, 3-1 Almunecar. We'll have another look. Nono Lopez over the ball. Brilliant pass in behind to Rubinho, who got the first touch on it. Kahn makes no mistake, tucks it into the empty net. That is all she wrote here in Almunecar. Josh Kahn with the third goal. And that may just be that here in Almunecar. Brilliant player, a combination of Lopez, Rubinho, and then Kahn there to finish it off into the empty net. And it's 3-1. So final few minutes of play.
No me echa atrás, no me echa atrás!
Can't imagine there's too much more added time to go. Motril shot from range, never troubling Portillo. Parries to himself, then picks up, fouled, but the player immediately apologetic over him. Just diffuses any of the tension that there could be. We'll have another look. Shot from range. Portillo does well. Looks just to parry that, keep it in bounds. Gathered the second time of asking, taken down by the number 8, who will go into the book for his troubles. Really good play from Portillo there. Veteran move just to pat the ball down in front of him. Lets him gather at his own pace and even earns the opposition a yellow card. Portillo gets this underway through McKee. McKee's pass goes too far for him. Important Almunecar don't switch off here. There will be a few more minutes coming, especially with the goal in the celebration. The referee does have a look at his watch. Graham looks to play to O'Neill. As the ball goes off the fence just over the commentary position, back into the field of play. Lopez wisely does not get it back into play for Motril that quickly. Long ball down the side, cleared by T. Motril looked to keep possession, but Almunecar swarming around the ball, not letting them a second to breathe. Good pressure there from goal scorer Kahn and Rafia combine well, but concede a throw into Motril. But near the halfway line, there's no imminent threats of danger. Long ball into the number 16, forward by Rafa. Good tackle from Kahn. Another throw in for Motril. Almunecar intent now just to get everyone behind the ball. Long throw in. Flicked on by Vistessen. Ultimately cleared by Lozano. Keepy up, he's done by the number 8. Graham has to be careful not to foul there. Vistessen follows clear. Khan should try to hook down the line. Instead keeps in play through Graham. Graham chooses to go long, looking for Rubinho. Good defensive header by the number 15. Flicked further clear. Graham recollects. McKee with a man on his back does well to find the feet of Vistessen. Vistessen looks to go long. Looks to fall out in the midfield. Ultimately, touch from O'Neal finds the feet of T. Wow, brilliant pace there shown by the fullback. The second or third time we've seen that on display. O'Neal and T play catch. O'Neal very calmly back to Lozano. Referee puts the whistle to his lips and blows. And that is the game. So a 3-1 victory from Almunecar. Well, we had to work for it. We had to fight for it. But ultimately, 2 second-half goals. First from Jose Lozano in the 81st minute, and then from Josh Khan in the 92nd. Keep all 3 points in Almunecar. And that keeps the match, that keeps this Almunecar side near the top of the table within the top 3. Maybe a bit of afters going on right now, as you can see in the shot, but O'Neal quickly pulls everyone away. McKee goes over to celebrate with the supporters on the near side, and that will be all she wrote tonight. So, Almunecar run out 3-1 winners here against Motril. So a good day all around for the Almunecar and the Malaga City sides. We may have a replay of some of the goals coming up right now. We do. Here's Miguel Heredia's first half penalty. Stepped up, made no mistake. Steadies himself there, looks to dispatch it, and does so into the bottom right corner of the goal. That was the equalizer, making it 1-1. And then the second half goals here. We've got the corner where Lozano rose high. So a training ground move, ball went in short to Lopez, and then the ball into the box from Lopez led to the header by Lozano. That put us up 2-1. That was the go-ahead goal. And then the game clincher came from Josh Khan. Lovely play down the left by Lopez into Rubinho. Rubinho rounded the keeper well. Khan poked into the empty net, and that was the end of that. A brilliant 3-1 win for Almunecar, which caps off the day where the FCMC senior side won 2-1 in Rincon, and the CDAC side won 5-0 at home to Almunecar. I believe it was 6-0 at home to Almunecar. So a great day for all involved here at the FC Malaga City Academy and the CD Almunecar City sides. And so please do stay tuned to our social media channels for the coming matches. And until then, good night.
Dame la pipa al menos para que tenga la toma.
Para mí es un honor de poder estar aquí en Balaído, ¿no? Ha sido un estadio que ha hecho muchísimos goles, ha hecho una carrera magnífica. Estaba yo en el Málaga haciendo muchísimos goles, entonces ha tenido una propuesta, ha tenido una conversación con Horacio, con todos los directivos, y para mí fue emocionante porque tú llegar a un equipo como Celta de Vigo, para llegar hay un camino muy grande, hay que trabajar mucho, hay que estar todos los días muy concentrado, disciplina táctica, disciplina en todo. Entonces es muy importante tener, es lo primero, eso aquí es lo más importante. Lo que el entrenador está explicando lo que tiene que hacer. Entonces yo lo comento siempre a ellos, que hay que aprender. Estamos en una fase de aprendizaje muy grande. La formación de ellos es más importante de la academia. La academia, lo que más interesa, la academia Malaga City, la formación. El objetivo de la academia es formar lo máximo que no final de año tenemos la certeza que ensinamos a esse chico algo. Isso é o mais importante. Que ele esteja feliz. A felicidade dele é a felicidade da academia.